It was a lazy afternoon, the golden sunlight casting long shadows on the ground. A boy sat on the wooden bench beside his grandfather, the sound of rustling leaves and birdsong filling the air. The boy had been quiet, unusually so, and the grandfather could tell that something weighed on his young heart. "What's troubling you, son?" the grandfather asked gently, his eyes twinkling behind his round glasses. The boy hesitated, then sighed. "I don't know, Grandpa. I feel like I'm not good at anything. My friends are faster, smarter, and better than me at everything. I try so hard, but I just don't seem to be enough." The grandfather's smile faded into a thoughtful expression. He placed a comforting hand on the boy's shoulder. "Ah, I understand that feeling. But let me tell you a story. A story about someone who once thought just like you." The boy's curiosity stirred. "Who?" The old man leaned back, his gaze distant as he began. "When I was about your age, I was always in a rush to be better than everyone else. I thought success meant being the fastest, the strongest, and the smartest. There was a boy in my village. His name was Ram. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't outrun him. I couldn't outshine him in school. He seemed to be perfect. And I felt like I was chasing after someone I could never catch. For a long time, I believed I was simply not enough. I wanted to give up so many times. But then one day something happened that changed how I saw the world and myself. One summer there was a race in the village. As always, I entered, determined to finally beat Ram. But halfway through the race, I saw something strange. Ram, the boy who never lost, was standing still on the side of the road, staring at a small bird that had fallen from a tree. I stopped, confused. He should have been running, but instead, he was helping that little bird get back to safety. The boy listened intently, the image vivid in his mind. I ran ahead, determined to win. And I did. I crossed the finish line first. But when I looked back at Ram, still helping that bird, I realized something. Winning wasn't about being the best or beating others. It was about being true to yourself. Ram didn't care about winning the race that day because to him, helping that helpless creature was more important. The boy frowned. But didn't he want to win too? The grandfather smiled warmly. "That's the thing, my boy. Sometimes the things we think are important, like being the fastest or the best, aren't as valuable as the kindness we show, the lessons we learn, or the lives we touch." Ram taught me that day that success isn't measured by trophies or accolades. It's measured by the difference we make in the world, no matter how small. The boy nodded slowly, the weight of his thoughts shifting. "And you know what happened after that?" the grandfather continued. "I stopped comparing myself to Ram or anyone else. I started focusing on what I could do. And once I stopped trying to be like others, I found my own way to shine." "What happened to Ram?" the boy asked. The old man's eyes softened. "Ram grew up to be a teacher. He dedicated his life to helping others, just like he helped that little bird. He taught me, and many others, that life is not a race to the finish. It's about the moments we choose to stop and do something meaningful." The boy sat quietly, absorbing the story. After a long pause, he spoke. "So, I shouldn't worry about being the best at everything?" The grandfather smiled, patting his grandson's shoulder. "No, you should worry about being the best version of yourself. Do things with kindness, curiosity, and passion. Don't measure your worth against others. Measure it by the good you do, and the joy you find in the small things. That, my boy, is where real success lies." The boy looked up at his grandfather, a new light in his eyes. "I think I understand now." The grandfather chuckled softly. "Good. Now come on. Let's see if we can help a few more little birds today." And with that, the two stood up, ready to embrace the world with a different perspective, one that would guide the boy for years to come.